Cup team firstly, and then being the captain is obviously a great honor. In my books, 50 over World Cup is the biggest sporting event in cricketing history. So for me, this is the biggest event that I will be part of. So and being the captain as well, yes, it's a huge honor. Um, I've said it many a times that it was always a dream to be part of the World Cup team, and then now to be part of the team and then the captain, just you know uh, I don't know how to describe that because it's a big deal for me.
Just wanted to know that we've recently concluded a series against Australia, ODI series. But then to take them on in the World Cup is a different ball game altogether. How do you look at this face-off? How?
Yeah, yeah. Look, this what we've done in the past. I don't think it'll matter too much. You got to play good cricket on that given day. And Australia, being Australia, we know how they play in ICC tournaments. There is a reason that they have so many championships. So for us, it will be very important that we stick to what we want to do as a team, focus on our strengths, and assess the conditions here. That is going to be quite critical because the pitch can be here slightly tricky, can be challenging. So you got to assess in terms of how you want to bat, how you want to bowl, what length, line for the spinners as well. So everything comes into play, and we played against Australia on this very same venue in March, and you know um, we were slightly behind in that game, but we exactly knew what went wrong for us. So hopefully we shouldn't repeat that mistake that we made in in, in that game in March. But again, like I said, it's a fresh day, fresh game for both teams, and I'm sure both teams will be raring to go and have a good start to the tournament.
Rohit, you mentioned it's a fresh day, and you mentioned the match in March. Like, how similar or different do you expect the conditions to be tomorrow?
I think quite similar, although in March it was quite hot. I don't think it is that hot now. We trained yesterday in the evening, and we trained a day before in the afternoon, so pretty much felt the conditions that were quite a lot better actually than what it was in March. March was quite humid and hot. It is hot, but it is not that humid. It's slightly better. But the pitch, I think, I don't know. We still have to wait and see how it looks on that match day because the pitch, the color of the pitch changes quite a lot here. So we will wait on that match day and see, uh, you know, what we need to do because that is something that we always do in India. We come on the match day and obviously not decide the playing 11, but the guys, the bowlers who are going to play, the batters who are going to bat, they have their way of going about what sort of shots I want to play on this pitch, what sort of length and lines I need to bowl on the pitch like that. So yeah, everyone has their own way of looking at how they want to prepare for that particular game. But yeah, we'll come here tomorrow and see what it is like because in India every day it's a new day and everything changes every day.
Rohit, yeah. Just wanted to know, like, the situations you spoke about, assessing the conditions and different situation. You have some very good options in the middle order. Like, how do you look at it? Like, when you read like the conditions which are suitable for a Shreyas or conditions which are suitable for a Surya. Like, how do you differentiate and make those assessments? Like, if you could just give us an idea.
Yeah, I mean, look, like every 7 8 batters that we have in the squad, they bring different dimension to our team. They bring a different sort of style to our team, and that is why they've been picked to play the game, play the tournament for us, and that is what you want. I always spoke about being flexible, being a bit versatile in how you want to play. So all of these guys bring that kind of quality with them. And look, in terms of playing in these conditions, there's huge amount of experience. They've played so much cricket. They know how to play. It is not for me to assess that. It is for them to assess that in the middle and then give them that freedom and clarity that this is what we want from you. Now, how you do it, it is completely up to you. But this is what we want from you in terms of role clarity from number 1 to number 7, 8, whoever that is. So as long as you give them that clarity, freedom, then it is up to them to plan how they want to do it. And having said that, there is complete backing from the squad, complete backing from the team management to that particular individual. If he goes out and does what the team is asked him to do, there is complete backing on that for the players.
Rohit, Rohit, you were magical as a batsman in the last World Cup with 500s. Now Rohit Sharma, the batsman, has to live up to his expectations or the benchmark that he had set for himself in 2019, plus the pressure of leading at home. How are you sort of handling this dual pressure of a premier batsman as well as the captain, and that too leading at home?
Yeah, both are different things. That is where the experience of being here for 16 years, playing the sport comes into picture. How you handle that pressure, handle that moments during the game. This 16 years of cricket has taught me that how to go through the moments and how to handle those pressures and not to let that pressure come onto the team. I'm sure at certain stages of the tournament, some players will go through pressure. The team will go through a pressure, but that is where we need characters. We need strong mentality from the players to come out and say that, okay, pressure is not leaving us, but I'm better off focusing on what I need to do for the team rather than thinking about there's too much pressure. Pressure is always there. We are Indian cricketers. We are supposed to go through pressure times, pressure situations. Everyone is very well aware of that. So there's no point talking about pressure, because everyone knows about it. Because they play cricket in India, any tournament they play, the pressure is always there. So I think keeping that aside, it is important that we try and do what is required for the team, external factors aside, but try and focus on what you want to do. That is me telling you. I'm sure every individual has their own plan of going through that period and handling that period, because I see a lot of strong mental characters in this squad who have come through a very hardships in their career. Nothing has been given that easy to any one of them. So they've gone through their tough times, they've spent their hard times in the middle and achieved what they have achieved today. So and World Cup being a different ball game, yes, it's World Cup, but we want to treat this as a tournament for us. As we come against different opposition, we focus on that opposition and then move on from there, not worry about what lies ahead, what's there for us in the future and things like that. That can only add pressure, but how you can cut down the pressure is just focus on what's coming up for us tomorrow, and then keeping it very simple. And for me as a batter, yes, I want to focus on what I can do the best for the team, whatever is required, whether it is giving good starts, batting as long as possible. I'll try and do everything that is required for the team.
Australian skipper has said that they play more white ball cricket here than even in Australia. So how much of this familiarity, and also each of them, so how much that factor will come into?
No, I mean, look, there's it's absolutely true that they play a lot of cricket here. A lot of T20 cricket. Recently played 3 ODIs against us, and before IPL we played 3 ODIs again. So in terms of how they plan their schedule, it's pretty good, and they know what is at stake. World Cup coming in India, so we got to make sure that they play as much ODIs as possible in India and against India. So it helps them. Obviously, it's a good thing that they've done. But again, the conditions are not going to matter too much to any team, because a lot of these teams have come here and played so much cricket. So in terms of the alien conditions, I don't think it's there anymore. You just have to play good cricket, and it is the same anywhere you go now. Honestly, all teams are playing so much cricket everywhere around the world. So I don't think any team would feel that, oh, where am I? I've never played on pitches like this before. So I don't think that's the case anymore.
Rohit, does it worry you at all with the ill health of Shubman Gill? You said that
Say
he's
again, say
improving,
again.
but does it worry you at all?
No, it doesn't worry. I mean, obviously he's sick. I feel for him. But in terms of me being the human being first, I want him to get well. Not the captain thinking, oh, I want Gill to play tomorrow. No, I want him to get well, because obviously being sick is not. No one likes being sick, but I want him to get well. He's a young guy. He's got fit body, so he'll recover. He'll recover quick.
Rohit, could we see you playing three spinners in these conditions? How much does Ashwin's batting come into it, or is playing the three quicks such an advantage for your side?
Yeah, I mean that's the luxury we have, where we can afford to play three spinners, because I don't really consider Hardik Pandya as just a seamer. He's a proper fast bowler, who can crank up good speed. So that gives us an advantage. That gives us that luxury of playing three spinners and three seamers as well. So there's a possibility that we can play three spinners on this pitch with three seamers as well. So it gives us that balance, gives us that number 8 batting option as well. So yeah, like I said, we have to come here again tomorrow afternoon and see what the pitch looks like. But yeah, three spinners is definitely an option.
Rohit, you guys have been a great generation of cricketers, but is there a sense of unfinished business about this ODI World Cup? If you probably don't win, there will be a sense of unfinished business, and does a sense of desperation probably creep in some of the super seniors who have done so well for so long?
Yeah, I mean, look, anyway, you heard the great man say that so many times that until he wins the World Cup, he's got a bit of unfinished business. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. So it's the same for us as well. You want to win the World Cup. It's the biggest prize that you can have in your career. But again, there's a way to do it. There's a procedure that you need to follow. There's a process to it. In desperation, you can do so many things that can lead into so many other things as well. So it's good to be desperate. It's good to be hungry. But you got to find that balance, right balance, to stay desperate and stay hungry for scoring runs, lifting the trophy, winning games, whatever that is. But there's a balance that you need to find. You cannot get way too ahead of yourself, because that can lead into something that you don't really wish for. So you got to find nice balance. And luckily, I mean, for us, the seniors, they played a lot of cricket, so they know how to stay under that under that radar, and keep doing the things that they are supposed to do. And then obviously we have to leave a lot of things to Almighty as well, because we need that luck, a little bit of luck in the tournament, and I hope we get that luck. But yeah, it'll be nice to win a World Cup.
एक्सटेंड करते हुए एक वर्ल्ड कप एक बहुत लंबा टूर्नामेंट होता है, 9 लीग मैचेस आपको खेलने हैं इसमें, और मोमेंटम बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है कई बार। वो हमने देखा है पिछले 2 वर्ल्ड कप में कि लीग मैचेस में हमने टॉप किया, बट जब नॉकआउट स्टेज आया तो वहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम हुई। तो ये भी एक मोमेंटम को कंसीडर करना और मोमेंटम को आगे बढ़ाना, ये कितना बड़ा चैलेंज रहेगा एज ए कैप्टन आपके लिए?
नहीं, देखिए, पिछली बारी भी हमने जब 2019 में वर्ल्ड कप खेला था, सिमिलर फॉर्मेट था, और उस टीम में से काफ़ी लड़के हैं इस टीम में, तो ये जो बैक टू बैक मैचेस होते हैं, डिफरेंट ओपोनेंट्स होते हैं, कहीं ना कहीं आई डोंट वांट टू गिव, मतलब आईपीएल का एग्जांपल नहीं दूंगा क्योंकि आईपीएल में भी हम बैक टू बैक मैचेस खेलते हैं, लंबा फॉर्मेट होता है, और T20 फॉर्मेट है, ये 50 ओवर है, तो डिफरेंट है थोड़ा क्योंकि लंबा गेम चलता है, रिकवरी के लिए ज़्यादा टाइम लगता है। बट ऐसे टूर्नामेंट में आपको बहुत ज़रूरी ये हो जाता है कि आप फोकस करो एक मैच में, जो मैं बार बार बोल ही रहा हूँ कि आप ज़्यादा आगे की नहीं सोच सकते, आपको सोचना है कि कल हमारा मैच है, कल हम कैसे अच्छा कर सकते हैं, और उसके बाद देन यू टेक इट फॉरवर्ड, उसके बाद आप आगे लेके जाओ कि आप देखो कि आपने क्या किया अच्छा पिछले गेम में, आगे वाली ऑपोजिशन कौन आ रही है, उनके सामने आपको क्या कॉम्बिनेशन खिलाना है, अब वहाँ की पिच कैसी होगी, ये सब चीज़। तो 9 वेन्यूज़ में लीग मैचेस होंगे हमारे, अलग अलग कंडीशंस होंगे, अलग ऑपोजिशन है, तो अभी से मैं आपको नहीं बता सकता 1 महीने के बाद मेरा कॉम्बिनेशन क्या होगा। अभी मैं कल, हमारा टीम का जो फोकस है वो कल के मैच के ऊपर है, और वो जैसा उसके बाद वो मैच जैसा होता है उसके बाद हम आगे की सोचेंगे और उसको आगे लेके जाएंगे।
Rohit, my question was related to that actually. As a captain in a format like this where you're playing 9 matches with 9 different teams at 9 venues in a group stage, do you believe that your best 11 should play every match in a World Cup as some teams like to do? Or do you feel that it should be horses for courses and you will like to change your team according to the venue and the opposition?
Yeah, no, see, so we definitely want to be a team where we want to play the best 11, but you can pick your best 11 based on the conditions that you have in front of you. Where there is a bit of assistance to the slower bowlers, you need to bring in that slower bowlers. So your core of the team will remain the same. Your 8, 9, 10 players will remain the same. There will be one odd changes here and there, which you got to be ready to accept and take it into your stride and move forward. And that is the communication that we've had with the players at the beginning, and everyone's ready to do it. It's the World Cup, so no one should have personal preferences. It's the team that matters and the team's goal that matters. So I think without me talking in the team changing room too much about it, they should realize that okay, this is a bigger deal, so we have to focus on whatever the team wants and do it for the team. हाँ, बहुत बढ़िया, अच्छा लगा देख के। अभी जस्ट ड्रेसिंग रूम से मैं जब आ रहा था तभी उन्हें घोषित किया गोल्ड मेडल। हम तो कभी गोल्ड मेडल ला नहीं सके, बट हमारी टीम ने, दूसरी टीम ने करके दिखाया, तो बहुत बहुत उनको बधाई देना चाहूँगा। ये बड़ा मोमेंट है हमारे देश के लिए। गोल्ड मेडल जीतना एक सपना होता है, हम हमेशा टीवी में देखते थे कि गोल्ड मेडल। आज हमारे क्रिकेटरों ने, इवन वुमेन्स टीम ने भी गोल्ड मेडल लाया, तो सल्यूट।
உடனுக்குடன் செய்திகளை அறிந்து கொள்ள IF தமிழ் பெல் ஐக்கனை கிளிக் செய்யுங்கள்.